welcome to Kush News, the newscast of the African diaspora. I'm your anchor, Ochanda, daily bringing you the top stories from Africa and the Caribbean. Let's take a look at today's news on Friday, December 29th, 2023. Let's go to Sudan, where the Lieutenant General meets with Ethiopia's Prime Minister. Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed met with Lieutenant General Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, aka Hemeti, the commander of the Rapid Support Forces in Addis Ababa today. Abiy Ahmed and Hemeti discussed the ongoing conflict in Sudan and how to resolve the crisis, which has persisted since April 15th. Hemeti offered no public remarks following the meeting. This visit falls within the scope of his international effort to articulate his perspective on the IGAD's ongoing efforts to resolve the Sudanese conflict. On Wednesday, he was in Uganda visiting President Museveni. Those in Sudan, let us know your thoughts on the Rapid Support Forces leader meeting with Ethiopia's head of state. What do you think about his efforts going international to try to do whatever he can for his agenda? Let's go to Burkina Faso, where an ally has reopened an embassy. Russia reopened its embassy in Burkina Faso on Thursday, which had closed back in 1992. This comes in the same year that Mali and Niger have also made their relationship with Russia well known after its breakup with France. On hand for the reopening ceremony was the Burkinabe Prime Minister and the Minister of Foreign Affairs for the country. Also in attendance was the Chief General of Staff of Armies. Since the coup d'etat, which brought Captain Ibrahim Traore to power back in September of 2002, Burkina Faso has severed its relationship with France. An agreement was signed by Russia and Burkina Faso in mid-October for the construction of a Russian nuclear power plant. And the second half of this year was when Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger formed the Alliance of Sahel States, known as the AES, a defense cooperation, which also maintains relations with Russia. Those in Burkina Faso, let us know how you feel. Congratulations to Russia reopening an embassy. I know that closing a door of an embassy, I'm sure, is not an easy task, and then having it reopen, it also takes pressures away and builds diplomatic relationships. So congrats to those two parties. Let's go to the Caribbean. And there we go to Guyana, where Venezuela stated that it will hold military exercises. In a nationally televised address on Thursday, Maduro said that 6,000 Venezuelan troops, including air and naval forces, will conduct joint operations off the nation's eastern coast near the border with Guyana. This comes after the United Kingdom sent a warship to Guyana's coastline recently. Venezuela and Guyana are currently involved in a border dispute over the Essequibo, a sparsely populated region with vast oil deposits. The region has been under Guyana's control for decades, but in December, Venezuela relaunched its historical claim to the region through a referendum which asked voters in the country whether the Essequibo region should be turned into a Venezuelan state. As tensions over the region escalated, the leaders of both countries, of Guyana and Venezuela, met in the Caribbean island of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and signed an agreement which they said that they would solve their dispute through non-violent means. During the talks, however, Guyana's president, Dr. Irfan Ali, said that his nation reserved its right to work with its partners to ensure the defense of his country. Those in Guyana, let us know your thoughts. Let us know on where you think that this border dispute is going. I know that they had signed a non-violent treaty or peace accord or proclamation, but we want to hear directly from you. When we come back, we'll have today's African proverb of the day. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Let's take a look at today's African proverb of the day. And it comes to us from Zambia. What's going on, Zambia? And it reads: the more feathers a chicken has, the bigger it looks. Once again, the more feathers a chicken has, the bigger it looks. Zambian proverb. I love this. I love this. Zambia, what's going on? I love this. This deals with the male ego. Fellas, gentlemen, I love talking to my guys. I love talking to my guys, but whatever it is that you're using as a facade to hide who you really are, cut it out. Show who you really are. One of the things that yeah. Let me speak freely. One of the things that is often a narrative about bald men, me, I'm bald, so it's okay, is that we often wear hats a lot to hide our baldness or bald patterns. And so if you notice anybody that has a baldness pattern or receding hairline and they're wearing a lot of hats, here's some inside information from Wachanda to you guys. Here's a gem. Just know that they are more than likely self-conscious or insecure about their baldness and or just being bald. So they're not necessarily proud of that thing. But here's my message to you men. Whatever it is that's bugging you, whether you're short, you're bald, whatever it is that is not the normal. Because remember, if everybody was bald, it'd be the norm. If everybody was short, it'd be the norm. So whatever it is that you perceive as abnormal or not common, be proud of it because it makes you unique. That one thing could mean the difference into whether that's a woman, whether that's a job or a partnership that stands out about you. Oftentimes people or companies build relationships based on what they don't see in everybody else. It's a little gem. Let me know your interpretation of today's African proverb of the day, as well as your thoughts, views, questions, comments, and concerns on the top stories. Don't forget to hit that like button. Make it your best friend. For Kush News on Kush Convos TV, I'm Ochanda. We'll see you soon.